seems like I left out how to close doors. And as many of us know, in the wheelchair world, opening and closing doors it can be a challenge. I think that closing doors sometimes can be more difficult than opening. So I give a demonstration and the problem of what happens when you're trying to close a door, and I give some suggestions on how to do that. So hang in there because the next video will give you a good show of that. Here I'm just going to open a door, and it's not that hard. Myself around here, and here's the knob. I'm just reaching for it, pulling it. Oh, that didn't go well. And backing up, pulling on the knob, backing up, and the door is open, almost here. Okay. So now, one of the things I do for most doors is I put a hook on the door. So I'm not going to say that this is, I use tools to close doors. If there is no hook there, then what I do is I just align myself with the door. I reach over and I pull a little bit on the handle. Show you again, I'm aligned with the door. My wheelchair is aligned with the door. So then I back up a little bit and I pull on the handle again. I back up. I pull on the handle. The problem is it's going to bounce off of your wheelchair, and that's what I don't want. So anyway, that's what happens when you're trying to close a door. So what I do is that I put a hook on the door, and I'm going to show you in relation to the door itself, where is it, so that you know where to put the handle. So you can use a handle or you can use a hook. So this is the door. So 3/4 of the way you want to put a hook or a handle. So that's how I really close doors. It is definitely a struggle to close doors. I'm not going to deny that one. So my door, my bedroom has a spring on it. So I don't know if I'll show you that, but way up there, you'll see a little nail that kind of comes out, and that's part of a spring. And that's how that door closes. It closes it on its own. So I don't have to bother closing it. But truly, it is going to be a challenge to close doors no matter where you are. So I just to say that you had a tour of my room there. But so that's what I do with doors. You just have to align yourself with the door, pull it a little bit, back up, pull it a little bit again, back up. And with manual wheelchairs, I think it's about the same, that you have to really align yourself, back up, align yourself, back up, and then you're finally able to close it. Unless you use a hook or a handle. And I'll put in here, what I'm referring to as a handle, and just screw it onto the door. Hopefully you own the house. If you rent the house, just get permission to screw on a handle on the door so you can close it, because it's very frustrating to close doors. So there is a T. It's called a T handle, and those can be stuck on a door. They don't screw onto the door. I don't know how much strength that glue has. You don't want to wreck a door. But that's another way to do it. Put it exactly where I showed you where the hook was on my door, and then put the T there instead of the hook. But I just wanted to say that so that you know that closing a door is not your imagination. It is hard.
All right, so I'm really hoping that the tips and what you saw in terms of the door bouncing back, because it will hit your wheelchair as much as you try, and you just have to be patient to keep on pulling it until you're able to finally close it. But otherwise, if this is a door you use often enough, then it's helpful to put a handle on there, a hook, or a T handle. In any one of those, an outside door or an inside door, or put T handles everywhere so you can close the doors. It is just a frustrating part of using a wheelchair. So I'm hoping all of this and some of it was helpful. And for you to say, for you to know that it is not you that can't practice a skill. It is just part of the frustrations of being in a wheelchair. It's just hard to close a door. Opening a door is much easier. Closing a door is a challenge. So there are the tips and the tricks to the trade. And I'm hoping that this will be helpful to you or to a loved one. If you got this far in the video, thank you so much for finding us. Give us a like or subscribe. That always helps the channel in one way or the other. So thank you so much for joining us, for finding us, for being part of the channel. And I hope to see you in the next video.